You know, my boy Kaido actually did get jumped by Law, Kid, and Luffy, and Zoro. Yeah. Took all those hits and then simply turned into a dragon afterwards because he's such a dog.
I mean, you do make a very valid point. My man was fighting and getting jumped with no eyes to begin with, and then he got his eyes and started whooping everybody even more.
We all know Yujiro Hanma. I mean, he said he stopped the ground with his hand when there was an earthquake going on. Yeah, like you definitely gotta jump somebody that's bending tanks, taking bullets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and walking through plexiglass. I don't know about Boji.
Oh
no!
All I gotta do is cut the light. All you gonna hear is.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What's good? We are back with another video. We saw this topic on Instagram that was talking about the characters that you have to jump. We're going to talk about it in this video. Let's get right to it. So, you see who we got in our backgrounds. We're going to kind of defend our people, our guys, on why we feel like they are the character who has to get jumped, and we'll kind of take it from there. So, I'm going to kick it off with Kaido. We all know Kaido is that dog. The dog who can't even kill himself. So, immediately, he was trying to kill himself, but, like, he's such a dog that he couldn't even kill himself. But, you know, my boy Kaido actually did get jumped by Law, Kid, and Luffy, and Zoro. Yeah. Took all those hits and then simply turned into a dragon afterwards because he's such a dog. Yamato was there too. Yeah. See, we forgot about all the people who tried to jump him. Even the gang beforehand tried to jump him.
Yeah,
tried.
Like, samurai.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's why I got Kaido on the list. I think he is king of try to jump me but fail.
That is true. I mean, he definitely did get jumped, and the only reason that he ended up winning the battle is due to a plot device helping our MC get an ability that happened to be a better matchup against him. But if it weren't for that Looney Tune for us, I don't know. Luffy might
ain't nobody
for sure would have been packed up.
Was it plot or was it foreshadowed?
That's plot.
Foreshadowed plot that it happened right there. I mean, typically.
You talking about Kaido? What you got Andy back there? How's he getting a job? Let's see Andy.
I mean, Andy's been alive forever since the conception of the rule of not being able to of death, I think. And conception. Yeah, that's a big word for Elmo. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like we've seen in the story that they've been talking about having to jump Andy every time that he's even mentioned. They're like, we can't beat him by ourselves. We got to send these people, this particular type of people. If these people don't go, we will not win. And then we saw when you know what I'm saying?
Spoiler alert for the people watching it.
Oh yeah, y'all start crying.
Hey,
warning!
I'm just saying we'll put one on the screen or something. But once we see the different version of Andy, let's just put it that. To it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all know that the way that the union talk about Andy and they talk about him as a whole, they had to send multiple people to jump him every single time. I don't think they ever tried to fight him alone or solo.
Yeah. Nah, Andy did pull off pulled off a crazy like non-V1 flawlessly. This is like it's not even like it's a little different than Kaido's because like we don't know if Luffy, Law, and Kid are like top 10. We have to assume they're not top 10 in the verse. Basically, everybody who went to go fight or the top 10 at least on the good guys team, like there's no pinnacle above them, and if they are, they're likely bad guys. So
yeah,
and he still beat them flawless.
Is in his point of getting jumped, he was like, "Oh, you thought you could jump me?" He split himself up. Like, I'm jumping you.
he said, "Yeah, let's make things a little easier." And his clothes beat them too.
Yep.
But
just because of one person, so they lost one person, and they couldn't beat Andy anymore after that. They had to wait.
That's why he always has that little blade in his head, right? So that way he can never get back to that
card. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
True. What about you, Khalil? We see your character in the back. Uchiha.
Don't
You
you be
always gotta
conducting this
pause in
video,
your
Mari.
background,
You a
man.
side character just like the rest of us. Don't be conducting this video.
wow. All right. Yeah.
Nah, freaky. Yeah.
Discriminating me just like an Uchiha. Okay, it's cool.
Amari, that's racist. But as we all see, I got the man Madara here. He is literally, he was getting jumped before Kaido was even thought of getting jumped. Just saying, this man fought an entire army by himself, hand-to-hand combat. He literally just smacked everybody with his bare hands. And then later on in the war, this man had to get jumped by the tail beast too. And the only reason why he really, I'd say where he messed up at was probably the fact that he came back to life. Had he stayed dead and just took care of everybody, Madara would have probably won the war. But he got a little hasty because of Obito. But this man is literally the definition of you have to jump me unless you're Hashirama. But other than that, he literally says,
don't forget to mention his daddy.
Or Black Zetsu.
I gotta mention his pappy or that damn Black Zetsu. But I mean, it was foreshadowed that Madara, his weakness was his back anyway.
Hey, yeah.
That's his weakness. This man, he couldn't even pee with someone standing behind him, bro. That's just his thing.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
That's his thing, though.
I mean, you do make a very valid point. My man was fighting and getting jumped with no eyes to begin with. And
Blind,
then he got his eyes and started whooping everybody even more against the Kage, nonetheless.
Yeah. He wiped the floor with the Kage.
Man, he baby shook them, man. That was crazy.
That was one of the most iconic Madara moments outside of the Shinobi War when he was like, I'm gonna make these shadow clones, and then
he was slapping all the
it's the eyes. That's when he was looking around. And
yeah,
that was
I know what you mean, Ant. Yeah, y'all want
shadow
these clones to use Susanoo or not? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this man Madara literally be talking trash the whole time. Mike Guy did all that. He was like, hey, that kind of hurt, but bring someone else. Bring the rest of y'all. It's just not gonna work. You feel what I'm saying?
It was bad.
The crazy thing is, I think he gave my guy the most respect out of everybody. He did. Like, if I wasn't able to regenerate, you might have actually got me there.
Oh no, he had some one-liners, and one of them were like, "Wait a second, we scratched up your shirt. I thought we had you." He said, "Man, what adult is gonna go full power against children? What are we doing here?" And Onuki's like 90. He called them children, man.
When he's sending Gramps, that's crazy.
Gramps was the guy who with glass, right? Was it him?
Yeah, the
light, square.
The light.
Yeah,
with particle style,
particle style, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Particle.
What about yours, Tatsumaki?
Tatsumaki from One Punch Man. I mean, if it ain't obvious, she literally is aside from Blast, which people who read the manga, you obviously know how crazy Blast is. She actually was inspired from him. She's literally the type of person. She went into the monster's base, down into the ground, was like, "Oh, all you guys is hiding." What did you say, Mike? It smell like bitch in here.
Yeah.
And said, "Let's take care of this." Went straight after the boss. She didn't even stop. Went straight to the boss, took care of her, and in the midst of the fight, the boss was like, "Okay, you're so strong. I'm gonna try to handicap you by going after all of your other allies." She was like, I'm gonna actually protect them all in a force field, and then proceed to continue by whooping your ass." Mm-hmm. So, Tatsumaki, if it weren't for the fact that it was One Punch Man being in that world, I really think Tatsumaki would have to be jumped by every other person there, except for aside from Blast, of course.
Basically, every villain in the world outside of the gods could probably try to jump Tatsumaki and she come out on top.
And you know what's crazy?
It's hard to fathom it, but like she's genuinely extremely strong.
I feel like and this is also a warning for spoilers of the manga, if Tatsumaki actually had taken that power from the same way Garo did.
Oh yeah.
Because Garo was already kind of bad when he was a cosmic Garo with all the abilities. Tatsumaki is already strong without it. So if she got that ability, I think they definitely would have been screwed. Like, especially
because she doesn't use her hands. I kind of feel like Garo limits himself because he's a hand-to-hand combat. He's not a Esper.
Yeah, he can't copy Esper ability. It's not.
So I think she probably would be a lot worse than Garo. And Garo's extremely strong, but she'd probably be a lot worse than him just because she's an Esper, she could cover a lot more ground. I mean, of course, Gar doesn't need to cover that much ground, and he likes to get up close and personal. But I don't know. Tatsumaki, she a different type of animal.
Tatsumaki is able to blow up buildings, create multiple tornadoes, shift up the ground, all that stuff by herself.
She might be able to pull a Thanos and throw a moon at somebody if she wanted to.
If she wanted to, like,
yeah, I think she could actually if she really wanted to. I think she was able to pull out a meteor from space orbit to attack one of the monsters.
And outside of like her sister, because respectfully, I think she let other people die. If her sister is involved, she won't let her die, but or she won't even let her see her losing a little bit. But if her sister's not in the picture, I don't think many people can beat her. That she a different type of animal for sure.
100%. She wouldn't care who you are, if, like you said, if it wasn't for her sister. So if she was a monster and her sister wasn't there, she'd probably be throwing planets.
Yeah. I don't think she would care about not destroying the world.
Yeah. So for sure she would have to be jumped.
But I don't think I think the only issue with Tatsumaki is I don't think she could do that to the. She's not.
No, she would
it's
need
like
the god
levels.
power.
She would need the god power.
Yeah, 100%.
There's definitely levels to it, but yeah, you gotta go to Blast. I don't know how Blast would handle Garu or One Punch Man, not yet at least, but
yeah, need a little more.
How about honorable mentions? Who should have been on this list that didn't get to make it? I know in the video that we got it from, they mentioned Levi, they mentioned Broly. Who else should be on this You Gotta Jump Me list?
Me thinking about it, I would probably say either Yujiro Hanma or Boji. Between them two, for me, I feel like we seen Boji in his series kind of dance around people literally. They said he was able to slice molecules, catch lightning. He beat King Boss and Daida's body with a healing factor too.
What's so funny, Khalil?
You know how my mind works, bro. I got something to say, but I'm not getting canceled today, bro.
So it's like I can understand why I would pick Boji, and then like I said, we all know Yujiro Hanma. I mean, he said he stopped the ground with his hand when there was an earthquake going on. Yeah, like you definitely gotta jump somebody that's bending tanks, taking bullets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
and walking through plexiglass.
Exactly. Like you gotta, definitely gotta jump him 100%.
Aaron, you gotta jump Aaron too, Mr. Yeager himself. You can't beat him alone. There's not many people who could beat that man alone.
I'ma say it. I don't care. I don't know about Boji,
Oh
no.
All I gotta do is cut the light off. All you gonna hear is
oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Alright. That was Khalil. Y'all can let us know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Who do you think is a character who has to be jumped? Out of the four we have here, who would you put as number one? Is Khalil going to hell or not? You guys let us know in the comment section down below. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Find your character, they're going to jump.
Find out next time with Karma TV.
Man.
Karma TV.
Bro, my intrusive thoughts started to win, bro. I couldn't help it.
You are cooked for sure. We're all MCs. You're the MC. Get in shot.
You're good. You're a cook, buddy.
It's over, bro.
Whoever's editing that video, you better hope they have a heart.